Former Emporia Minister Tom Byrd calls Murder Ordained an exploitation of a terrible tragedy. And more than a few Emporia residents are concerned about the way their town and their neighbors were portrayed in the just concluded miniseries.
This is the WIBW News at 10 with Northeast Kansas #1 news team, John Holt, Dave Rellahan, and Brad Stauffer.
Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Murder Ordained has portrayed in 4 hours the nearly 4-year story of the murders of Martin Anderson and Sandra Byrd and the trials of their spouses in connection with those deaths. WIBW's Bill Miskell traveled to Emporia today and says residents there had more than one reason to watch the end of the miniseries.
There is a great deal of controversy about how accurate a portrayal Murder Ordained painted of the trials of Tom Byrd and his romantic involvement with Lorna Anderson. After 3 convictions in the Lyon County Courthouse and the filming of the miniseries, many residents are growing tired of the entire ordeal. And there are some who would argue that if the murders and trials had taken place in New York City or Los Angeles, it never would have been the basis for a miniseries in the first place.
The fact that we're a Bible Belt town, there was 2 churches across the street.
Well, they make us look like we're a bunch of hicks in the sticks somewhere. Like, you know, we're a super small town, and we're not.
Harrison Marler and several others who work at Mr. and Ms. in Emporia got parts as extras when this scene was filmed in their shop. But not everybody who worked there did.
My hair wasn't Kansas.
What do you mean wasn't Kansas?
He told me either way he turned me, there was no way I could look like I was from Kansas or 1983.
Perhaps the filmmakers felt compelled to make the pace of life and the people seem a little slower than they actually are to enhance the drama. But some Emporians say they didn't have to.
I moved out here like 8, 9 years ago from New Jersey, and I suppose if people want to say country people or rural people are stupid, they ought to see half the people that live in the cities, you know.
But the president of the Emporia Chamber of Commerce says he thinks most people understand.
They say, well, that isn't the way it really happened. Well, that's probably true. If they did it the way it really happened, it probably would have made a good TV story. I mean, we're worldly enough to know that, that it's Hollywood.
Stinson even says he thinks Emporia is ready to make another movie, but he agrees with many of the other people we talked with today who are expressing a sense of relief that maybe now, finally, the Tom Byrd-Lorna Anderson story is behind them. Reporting from Emporia, Bill Miskell, WIBW News at 10.
Still a little bit of rain out there. I just caught a glimpse of the radar, and it appears to we can't get rid of it, can we?
No, we're going to though in about 14 hours. If you can hang on till noon tomorrow, we'll be rid of most